Good afternoon, dear students of MA semester 3rd, who adopted the paper of population studies. And today is 22nd of October, and today I will deal with the Dumont's theory of social capillarity. This is also an important theory, and this can match you from the demographic transition theory. So the today's topic is Dumont's theory of social capillarity. So dear students, let's start the theory by introducing Dumont. Who was Dumont? Arsène Dumont, whose period was 1849 to 1902, was a French scholar and has propounded the theory of social capillarity. And social attraction or repulsion to a thing is known as social capillarity. So this is a specific meaning which you should remember forever when you are talking about the theory of Dumont. And Dumont studied the growth of population in France in the latter part of 19th century. And he found that the reason of low fertility in France was higher intellectual and aesthetic development. So this is the conceptual and introductory part of this theory, that how this theory evolved. अगर हिंदी में के बच्चों के लिए बोला जाए तो सोशल कैपिलरिटी का मतलब होता है सामाजिक आकर्षण. यानी फ्रांस का एक ऑथर, फ्रांस का एक पॉपुलेशन स्टूडेंट्स, फ्रांस का एक इकोनॉमिक्स से रिलेशन करने वाला व्यक्ति ने वहाँ के परिस्थिति के अनुसार ये देखा कि समाज के प्रति जो आकर्षण होता है उससे फर्टिलिटी डाउन होती है. समाज के प्रति यानी लोग उन्नत करते जाते हैं, अगर लोग अपने स्टेटस को मेंटेन करते जाते हैं तो जनसंख्या को कम करते जाते हैं. और ये चीज़ ने 19th सेंचुरी में देखा अपने यहाँ. और क्यों देखा? क्योंकि उन्होंने देखा कि फ्रांस में हाई इंटेलेक्चुअल और एस्थेटिक डेवलपमेंट के लोग बढ़ते चले गए. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि जिस समाज में इंटेलेक्चुअल लोग होंगे, इंटेलेक्चुअल का मतलब नॉलेजेबल, एजुकेटेड, अवेयर, उस समाज में फर्टिलिटी कम होगी. सो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, दिस इज हाउ यू कैन एक्सप्लेन द थ्योरी ऑफ social capillarity. Okay? And then let us start by saying that before social capillarity there was two model of economics. First was the Malthusian model, earlier I told you, and that model denotes the human animals and primitive societies of hunters and gatherers society. When Malthus used to talk about geometrical progression of population and food production. So that was the society called as animals and primitive societies. And then comes Adam Smith's era. The Adam Smith's model was that population adjustment respond to available employment. So this is another aspect. But social capillarity model is a modern theory. That means the couples have fewer children if opportunities for social mobility are higher. And fertility is higher in societies of rather rigid system of social stratification. So this is a very relevant if you are talking the condition of India. And what the theory says, and exactly according to Dumont. Dear students, Dumont said that the development of number in a nation is in inverse ratio to the development of individual. And then you can say that he also suggested that the direct cause of decline in birth rate was the movement of individual from the lower to upper class. You can see this indication. When lower class move to upper class, then birth rate is down. So this is a very observative scenario. In India, you can also observe this, then people from lower class, when they move to upper class, and from urban rural area to urban area, birth rate downs. So this also Drummond suggested. And then the individuals tend to rise to higher level in his social environment by process similar to physical capability. जैसे एक संपत्ति और एक वित्तीय, एक धन के प्रति आकर्षण होता है, एक एसेट्स के प्रति आकर्षण होता है, लोग उसके लिए काम करते हैं, उसी प्रकार पॉपुलेशन स्टडीज में सोशल इन्वायरमेंट का आकर्षण सोशल कैपेबिलिटी है. और इसका मतलब अगर समझाना हो तो जैसे फिजिक्स में व्हाट ग्रेविटी इज टू बी फिजिकल वर्ड, कैपेबिलिटी इज टू सोशल वर्ड. तो जैसे फिजिकल वर्ड के लिए ग्रेविटी इंपॉर्टेंट है, उसके प्रति लोग आकर्षित होते हैं, उसी तरह सोशल वर्ड के लिए हमारी कैपेबिलिटी इंपॉर्टेंट है. So this is how you have to proceed, dear students. And then there are various stages of social development. In the preventive stage, the Malthusian theory of population applies, where human beings live like animals and increase in geometric progression. I earlier told you. And in the intermediate stage, Quillard's principle of population applies, where according to this population proportion itself automatically in such society population increases as food supply increases, because population can produce food itself. So this is rather progressive theory after preventive stage, जहाँ पर ये देखा जाता है, जो माल्थस ने सुझाया था कि हम जनसंख्या जो बढ़ रही है और अगर उसी अनुपात में फूड का प्रोडक्शन भी उन्नत एग्रीकल्चर से कर देंगे तो ऐसी सोसाइटी को हम इंटरमीडिएट स्टेज कहते हैं. यानी जनसंख्या बढ़े, उस बढ़ी हुई जनसंख्या के लिए हम फूड का भी प्रोडक्शन बढ़ाएं, तो ऐसा भी इंटरमीडिएट स्टेज आया है. लेकिन इन ए मॉडर्न सिविलाइज्ड सोसाइटी, ड्यूमंड अप्लाइज हिज सोशल कैपेबिलिटी प्रिंसिपल, एंड इन सच ए सोसाइटी एवरी इंडिविजुअल वांट्स टू अचीव हायर इकोनॉमिक एंड सोशल स्टेटस, एंड फॉर दिस ए स्मॉल फैमिली इज इंपरेटिव. तो इसलिए इंपॉर्टेंट है कि जो ड्यूमंड कहता है, जो हमारी थ्योरी कहती है, जो वर्तमान में जो हम आपको पढ़ा रहे हैं, कि ऐसी सोसाइटी जहां हर व्यक्ति, हर इंडिविजुअल व्यक्ति बिना कोई कास्ट, क्रीड, रिलीजन के, बिना कोई भेद के, बिना कोई मेल फीमेल के भेद के, हर व्यक्ति अपने को उन्नत करने के लिए अग्रसर होता है, ऐसी सोसाइटी. और ये तभी संभव होगा जब उसका परिवार नियोजित होगा, कम होगा, छोटा होगा. तो ऐसी सोसाइटी की कल्पना यानी विकास की कल्पना है. दिस थ्योरी सजेस्ट दैट डेवलपमेंट शुड टेक कंटिन्यूअसली. ओके, सो दिस एंड देन वी कैन से दैट वेयर सोशल कैपेबिलिटी वर्क्स. When this is a question, then you should observe that in a rigid social stratification, just like in India, influence of social capacity is very small to be effective to bring down population growth rate. And this is also a criticism of this theory. Okay, and it operates optimally in society where democracy has taken a deep root in all spheres of social activity. In most of the Western countries, democratic governance is well tested, and there is a practically no obstruction in moving from one class to another, another. And people remain so engrossed with achieving the desired lifestyle that they have little opportunity of getting too much involved in family life. तब अगर आपको देखना हो कि कहाँ ये थ्योरी काम कर रही होगी, तो आपको वेस्टर्न और आपको भारत जैसे सोसाइटी के साथ कंपेयर करना होगा, डेवलप्ड और डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज के साथ कंपेयर करना होगा. तब आप देखेंगे कि जो वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज की डेमोक्रेसी है वे टेस्टेड है, वो स्वतंत्र हो गए हैं, उनके यहाँ विकास हो चुका है, वहाँ कोई भेद नहीं है, वहाँ कोई कास्ट सिस्टम काम नहीं कर रहा है, इसलिए वहाँ पर सोशल कैपेबिलिटी का थ्योरी वर्क कर रहा है, वहाँ जनसंख्या कंट्रोल हो चुकी है. लेकिन जहाँ पर अभी भी विभेद है, कास्ट सिस्टम हावी है, रिजिडिटी अभी भी है, धर्म अभी भी प्रथम स्थान रखा हुआ है, वहाँ पर जल्दी ये ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन नहीं हो पा रहा है. इसलिए ह्यूमंस की ये थ्योरी वहाँ स्लो गति से काम कर रही है. तो आपको ये ऑब्जर्व करना होगा कंट्री टू कंट्री, और यही इसका आलोचना भी है कि वेदर सोशल कैपेबिलिटी थ्योरी वर्क्स इन each and every country, whether this is universal law or not. Okay, and again, when I have to explain their students, you can see in three parts. Social capacity is direct relation with social development. Yes, when SC increases, SD is also increases. You can see from this indicator. And second, birth rate and social capacity are inversely related to each other. That is, if social capacity increases, birth rate decreases, and this is a desirable condition of the modern world. Okay, and then the number of children is less when people become more civilized. And civilization means having education, having good health, having opportunity, having known to every rules and regulation of the country. This is civilized society. So this is also a narration of this theory. And according to Dimond, the poor can achieve capacity if they divert their time, energy and wealth for vertical mobility. And this is possible only when they restrict families to 1 to 2 children. Okay? And the birth rate in rural area is high while it is low in urban areas. And the reason for high birth rate in rural areas are poverty, illiteracy, orthodoxy and of vigor. So Dimond observe all these things. That means if you have to remove the poverty, you have to reduce the poverty, you have to give them opportunity, you have to spare their time in the job, you have to provide them job opportunity, then only they can engage in a productive work, they can divert their time in that productive work, and then that will affect the birth rate of that area or that country. This is a very specific thing which we have to suggest to each and every developing nation like India, and in each and every states of India, which state is in the verge of poverty. Okay, so the reason of high birth is always poverty, illiteracy and orthodoxy, and that we should have to remove, and you have to spare time onto this. And what is the reason of low birth in urban areas? Then you can see in these points: people ambition of vertical mobility, liberal environment, high standard of living, more income and wealth, capacity of rational thinking, high socio-economic status of women, progressive ideals, high cost of living, and the desire of middle class to move into upper class. This all I have explained in all of you in the online classes. So dear students, this is from my side. Prepare this theory carefully and take care of yourself. Thank you.